NorthJerseySports.com multimedia spotlight. We'll call this one the unintended edition, as this was not on today's list of things to do. But sometimes you just hit it right in post-game interviews, and you think that the conversation is better off listened to by many than just a few, or just quotes pulled out for the story of Tuesday night's West Milford versus Wayne Hills boys basketball game in West Milford. The Patriots won to improve to 10-5 on the season, 61-51. And talking to three members of the Wayne Hills program afterward, I thought it would be entertaining to be able to have more people listen to this. So I'm going to start this thing out talking to Kevin Grimes, the head coach of the Wayne Hills Patriots, talking about what his team did well on Tuesday night, and also talking about their ambitions for this season. They are the number 3 seed in the Passaic County tournament. They have a bye into the quarterfinal round, and this is a senior-led program that has come close in recent years. So have a listen to my conversation with Kevin Grimes.
We had a senior-driven group, you know what I mean? Earlier in the year, we started 5 seniors. We incorporated Jake Belli into the lineup probably right after the new year. So now we still start 4 seniors and a junior. But no, I mean, they've been in these games too, right? Like Teaneck last year in the quarterfinal forced them to overtime. They weren't the best public school in North Jersey last year. I don't know who was.
You're right. Well, they won Group 3.
Right, exactly. So there you go. You know, last year we played a county semifinal against Kennedy. That was overtime. So they're composed. You know, now it's just about the extra things that we need to do and how much more dialed in and detailed we have to be to go win those games. And, you know, that's the goal for us. Nothing's changed, you know. Like this 14-game stretch that we've had, it was probably the toughest since I've been here. You know, Pope John, Hackensack, you know, Kennedy was on the schedule, Bergen Catholic on Sunday. And you know, that was done for a reason, to challenge our guys so we're playoff ready. And so we can get over that hump this year and go win a bid.
County this year, Kennedy's good, but there's not 5 Kennedys like there have been in years past.
No.
Do you feel like you can go get this?
100%. I am beyond confident that this is the year we can win a county title. With that being said, you know, had Kennedy by us last week, lost in overtime to them. You know, again, lost to Wayne Valley earlier in the year. They're the 1 and 2 seeds. So if we want to go do that, you know, we have to go beat 2 teams that we lost to this year, both in really close and good games. So we're there, we're right there, but we have an abundance of work to do to finally go win this county. But I think it's heavy up top with the top 3 teams, and whether we were 1, 2, or 3, if we won a county title, you got to beat Wayne Valley and you got to beat Kennedy. So, and you know what? We don't want it any other way, because 2 years ago, outed out in the semis by Wayne Valley. Last year, outed out in the semis by Kennedy. So if we want to go win it, we have to beat the 2 of them. And this group doesn't want it any other way, and they're very receptive of what we need to do to go ahead and do it.
Just talk about tonight real quick. Patient, I thought.
Yeah, you know what? I was saying to them, I just said to them now, I can't remember, at least since I've been here for 5 years, that a West Milford Wayne Hills game was played in the 60s and the 50s. Give them credit. They try to slow us down early on, little zone pressure, try to force our guards out because we're so guard-oriented. But again, back to that composure, like our bigs, Jason Modak, Patrick Gilmore, Joe Cerrone, Pula Stacker, did such a good job finding gaps in the high post, and then we were able to play high-low off of it, would essentially open up stuff for our guards. So, you know, it's usually our guards every night, but tonight it was our bigs. And then on the defensive side, you know, Joe Cerrone and Jake Belli tonight, like, incredible. Yeah. Incredible tonight defensively. So, no, it was a different game for us tonight. And it was nice to see us having been slowed down and being able to execute. So, like, we're checking stuff off our list here as we get into the postseason.
All right, next up here is the Wayne Hills point guard, Joey Belli. And it was really his emergence in the backcourt 3 years ago that started this great run that Wayne Hills has been on, playing tough opponents, tough in all of the tournaments. Last year they took Teaneck into overtime in the North 1 Group 3 state sectional quarterfinal round. Last year they took Kennedy into overtime in the Passaic County tournament semifinal round. They have been on the cusp of breaking through and grabbing one of these big trophies. And when you listen to Belli, who's going to go on to play at St. Anselm College in New Hampshire, Division II school, you can understand he's a cerebral point guard, and he kind of understands the team concept here. Just to illustrate that, Wayne Hills on Tuesday night against West Milford had 8 different players score, had 7 different players make at least 2 field goals, and had 3 guys in double figures, with Belli leading the way with 13, Jake Belli then with 11, and then Joe Cerrone with 10. So whoever's open gets the ball. They pass up good shots for better shots, and it starts with the play of their senior point guard. Have a listen to this conversation with Joe Belli.
Like, that's what we strive off, being composed. We know we're not as athletic as the other teams that we're going to have to go up against in counties and states, and we may not be as talented, maybe like 1-versus-1, but we know if we play as a team, we stay composed, and we just stay the course, that we can compete with anyone we play against.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like old school basketball. A fast break doesn't touch the floor. I mean, You're a point guard who doesn't always have the ball in your hands. It's like...
Yeah, we have a lot of guys who can make plays on the team. It doesn't matter. Each day it's going to be a different person who's going to have a good night. This game was more of a big man game. They kind of tried to slow down our guards with the press. So we know whatever the game calls for, that we have the guys who can do it.
So you guys have been around here a long time. This is kind of it's the last run to get something. I mean, you guys have had great careers. Yeah. You're in the bracket with Teaneck. You're in a county with Eastside. Now, do you feel like, I guess Kennedy is the team to beat in the county this year? Yeah. You guys are, and, Wayne Valley, obviously. But do you feel any extra added pressure to go get a trophy?
I mean, yeah, of course. There's always pressure to win something big, and, that's what we've been talking about all year. It's the last chance for us as the seniors to make something big happen in counties and states. So we know we always got to give that extra energy, no matter who we're playing, whether it's just a league game or whether it's a county final, whatever we're in. We know we always got to give 110%.
Okay, the thoughts of Joey Belli there. And last but certainly not least on this quick edition of the Multimedia Spotlight is a little talk with Wayne Hills senior center Jason Modak, who, interestingly enough, after the game on Tuesday night in West Milford, he went home and officially announced his college choice. He is all set now to play football at the College of the Holy Cross. And he's one of those rare guys, the three-sport athlete nowadays. And at the end of this conversation, you can hear his thoughts on that. Played three sports, football, basketball, and baseball, the traditional three, too, which is even more interesting, with the exception of last year when he took the baseball season off to get ready for, college football. But he's going to be back on the diamond this year, and he's got 1 month left of competitive high school basketball, and interesting to get his thoughts about just what this next stretch of games means to him and his senior classmates. So here's a conversation with Jason Modak.
So then how much does this mean to you? Because, you're settled in your school, you got just a couple, you got a solid month of big-time basketball coming up here.
Basically, I just want to cherish it. I'll never play basketball ever again, and I'm definitely going to cherish these moments. Definitely want to go get something this last year. It means a lot to me. Where we've been. Just gotta keep our composure, keep playing tough basketball, and just play together. That's all we gotta do. And when we play together, we feel like we're a great team and we can compete with anyone.
Yeah, I mean, you have such a good feel for the game. I mean, inside you're a big dude that can't move you, but you're a better passer than you are a scorer, and that's saying something because you play so many sports: football, baseball, basketball. Just talk about that aspect. And when you're being unselfish and hitting cutters, everybody else is too.
Yeah, so basically in all sport, in all sports you play, you kind of, whatever the team needs, you have to do. And I think just playing three sports, you kind of learn your role early in the year. And I think I've picked up my role pretty big here. It's just rebound the basketball, get everyone else involved, and score when I have to, basically. So just, I think all three sports help with each and every sport, actually. I think each and every sport gives a different aspect to help you in another sport. Like football helps you get tough for this, baseball, hand-eye coordination, all that stuff. In a day where you see kids specializing in sports where I don't really think it's a great thing kids are doing. It does get very boring. Last year I took off of baseball because I wanted to focus on football, try to play college football, and I was bored in the spring. And
you do what you're going to do. But
I'm not going to lie, I was bored, and I think playing three sports is something more kids should definitely start picking up.
You're going to play baseball this year?
Yes.
So not only a talented group of basketball players and coaches at Wayne Hills, but also an articulate group. One so articulate that it forced me to put up this edition of the Multimedia Spotlight. I will keep an ear out for conversations similar like this, and when I find one, I will post it. See you next time. Audio Spotlight.
Follow the leader.